It's that time of year again, you guys. This video is being filmed when my life is about to be completely thrust into chaos. Movies are coming tomorrow and they're taking our entire life, and we're moving halfway across the country. So, I'm wearing my pumpkin shirt because it's October. However, when this video goes up, I don't know. If it is not still pumpkin season when this video goes up, please just pretend I'm wearing an orange shirt that doesn't have a giant jack-o'-lantern on it. However, if it is, then please consider this my annual festive tribute to Halloween, because you guys know I like to wear my pumpkin shirt once a year. And I'm feeling good. Hello, my lemon drops, and welcome back to the Lemonade Stand, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna. I'm a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. We are gathered here today for another episode of you all watching me react to and critique Beachbody workouts while I educate you in the process. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some lulz and some dry sarcasm along the way, why not hit that subscribe button and join the Lemonade Stand? I would really love to have you here. Without further ado, let's make lemonade. You know what else is totally fitting? I am sipping on a grande pumpkin cream cold brew right now. I love fall so much, but I was born in June. Sometimes I really do think I was born in the wrong season. Okay, so for this first one, I don't personally take issue with the exercise. That's just my opinion. I actually really like the exercise we're about to see. What we're about to see is an issue with form that gets people hurt very often. Okay, so I don't know what program this is from. I want to say 4-Week Gut Protocol, or actually, I'm sorry, the 4 weeks for everybody. The fitness portion that is supposed to go tandem with the nutrition program, the 4-Week Gut Protocol. So I mean the 4 weeks for everybody. And the reason I say that is because I think I'm looking at her TV, and that to me looks like the set of the 4 weeks for everybody. I know because I tried the sample workout. So I'm pretty sure that's the 4 weeks for everybody workout. So to me this looks like a good old split leg RDL, Romanian deadlift. I personally do these often. I like them a lot to isolate my hamstrings. The problem here is in her back. She's rounding out her back like crazy, and this is a big, huge no-no, especially when you're doing any type of deadlifting. The reason why fitness professionals are always harping on engaging your core and brace your abdominals and stuff like that is because it protects your entire core from injury. This is especially important if you're lifting heavier weight. So in my opinion, this is not a stupid exercise, but it is really, really important to keep your back straight and not let your back round out like that. And I will show you the right way to do this right now so that you don't get hurt if you want to try it. Hello everyone. Welcome to terrible sound quality because my microphone is packed away and I really don't feel like digging it out. I'm sorry. I'm editing this video right now from a lawn chair while my computer sits on a moving box. I am doing my best. So, I'm doing the exact same exercise as we just saw, but I want you guys to pay close attention to my back. I'm not rounding out my back. I'm engaging my abdominals the entire time to keep my back straight and my chest square. This is the safe way to perform this exercise, but also keep this in mind for pretty much all types of lower body exercises, especially deadlifts. And I know I already said it, but I personally really enjoy the split leg Romanian deadlift like this. I like to incorporate it sometimes on my leg day when I'm wanting to target my hamstrings and glutes. I think it's a really great way to isolate the hamstring. Okay, so this next one is more of me complaining about the on-screen text than the actual exercise itself. So the exercise she's doing, I mean, I don't know, to a lot of people it probably looks kind of weird. It does look kind of weird, but I personally don't think it's super crazy. I actually think I've done something like that before in yoga. My grievance here is actually the text that she has. 3 reasons women should lift weights. Increased metabolism means more fat burn, stronger and more defined muscles, not bulk. She made it a point to say that. And then the last one on the very bottom there says more confidence, more energy, and less stress. I mean, I agree with all those, really. Now, my grievance is, and I've voiced this before, stronger and more defined muscles. Yes, correct. But she made it a point to add not bulk to that. Ugh, what does that even mean? Too many people, women especially, have this notion that lifting weights will make them look like this, when in reality, if you are just a healthy human female, eating good and lifting heavy, it is more likely that this is what will actually happen if you start lifting weights. Something that a lot of people don't understand about women in competitive bodybuilding who get bulky usually probably have some type of support, maybe the kind of support that you would inject, if you catch my drift. If you are just an average healthy human female who eats a wholesome, balanced diet, including but not limited to lean meats, fruits, veggies, and Oreos, and you lift weights like 2, 3, 4 days a week, lifting weights will not make you bulky. I wish people would just get that out of their head. I used to be that girl too. I avoided weight training for so long because I thought it would make me huge and bulky, and I'm mad at myself that I didn't start weight training sooner. She could have just left this as stronger and more defined muscles. That's all she had to say. I feel like adding in this language when talking about women in weight training and women's health and exercise and things like that, I hate it because I feel like it just perpetuates the stigma that a lot of people have about women lifting weights and that it will make us huge and bulky. When in reality, weight-bearing exercises is actually highly, highly beneficial to women's health especially. That was a good Oreo. I haven't had fudge-covered Oreos in a couple months. My Target hasn't had them. I haven't been able to find them at Walmart. I've been going through serious withdrawals. Me and Ace were at a friend's house the other day, and they gave us like a bunch of going away gifts, and she gave me a gift bag filled with Oreos, 2 boxes of fudge-covered Oreos, and she gave me a $20 Starbucks gift card. She's the real MVP. I don't know if you're watching this, girl, but I love you, and you know who you are. Anyway, and then there's some more text on the top of her screen. It says what muscle groups that this is supposed to work. I agree with all of these except the back. I don't really see any back in this. Shoulders for sure, but not back. And this is largely because of the direction that the weight is coming from. You know, more physics things again. If she were pulling a band or cables coming from directly in front of her, then she'd be doing a row, which is a very back dominant exercise. If she were holding those dumbbells and standing and bending over so that her chest is facing the floor, pulling them up, that'd be another type of row, which is again very back dominant, and then she would be working her back quite a bit. She's more doing this. It does get your upper, like your traps and like your delts, your shoulders involved, but this is not super heavily back. And I also, now that I think about it, I don't even know. I mean, I guess it is core. She said shoulders, back, core, legs, booty, all in one move. You know, whenever I see, this is kind of a sidebar. If you follow a lot of people who are like nutrition professionals and like health professionals and nutrition professionals that are like into debunking like bullshit, kind of like what I do, then you've probably heard the phrase cure-alls cure nothing. Whenever you see some influencer shilling some supplement that they're like, oh, it'll balance your hormones, fix your gut health, cure your acne, cure your cancer, regrow your limbs, help you lose weight, help you sleep, give you energy, all the things. Those last two are completely don't even make sense. But like that would be an example of a cure-all, right? Whenever there is a supplement that claims to fix a million things, the reality of it is it probably will fix nothing. And then when you factor in the fact that if it's an influencer shilling it to you, they have even more of a vested interest in getting you to buy it because they probably have a discount code or something like that. So anyway, I say all that because that reminds me of whenever I see fitness influencers or, for example, Beachbody workouts like here, where you have one exercise and people are like, this one exercise works back, shoulders, biceps, triceps, glutes, core, blah, 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 blah. This one exercise can do all these things all in one move. The reality of it is, yes, you're probably using those muscles to a degree, but you're not emphasizing them enough to really see serious strength gains or muscle development. So like using this, for example, she said this works the shoulders, back, core, legs, and the glutes. I don't like to say booty a lot. I don't know why. This does work your glutes because she's doing kind of like she's standing in a wide stance, It looks like I would call that like a plie squat because your feet are pointed outward. So yeah, this does work your glutes, but so do hip bridges and hip thrusts. Is this working your core? Yeah, it does look like it is to an extent, but if you want to do like more targeted core work, I would actually say if you want to work your core, just do a plank. So it's not necessarily untrue that this particular exercise is working all of these things to an extent, even the back. Like I said, it's probably not working much back. Probably upper back like traps, but I think you'd be better off doing shoulder presses to emphasize your shoulders. You'd be better off doing rows to target your back. You'd be better off doing planks to work your core. I like the statement cure alls, cure nothing for applying it to exercise in this situation. Be wary whenever you see an fitness influencer post some exercise that's crazy looking, or I mean, it's not always crazy looking, when they say it works this, and this. That's not usually how it works. Anyway, I think this program is from Fire and Flow. I can see on her screen there that looks like Jericho Matthews on the screen. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Jericho was wearing in the video that I watched when I tried the Fire and Flow sample workout. Unrelated, but I just think Jericho Matthews is so pretty. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this one was also from Fire and Flow. There's a hashtag right there, actually. You should be able to see it. It says Fire and Flow Test Group. So here we have an individual holding a dumbbell in each hand. She's kind of bending over, but not really that much. I don't know, she's more just kind of hunched over a little bit. And then as she's pulling the weights up, she's stepping back on the corresponding foot. I feel like I know what this is trying to be, but it's missing the mark, so it's not doing a great job. I would say that this is, just like a row. Would it be like pistol rows? I don't know. I guess maybe it could be like pistol rows. I don't really know. Anyway, I have two grievances. For one, she's really not bending over far enough for this to be emphasizing her back more. It's actually probably doing more for her shoulders than it is for her back. More physics things, you guys. Pick up a dumbbell and stand up. Now bend over so that your chest is fully facing the ground. Once you're there, one arm at a time or both arms at the same time, pull the dumbbells up. Because of the direction that the weight is coming from and because of your body positioning, you will feel this primarily in your back, which is what a row is supposed to do. Now, if you're still holding the set of dumbbells, stand upright so that your chest is mostly facing like completely in front of you. Now holding that same dumbbell, pull the weight up. You will feel this primarily in your shoulder. Again, that's because of the direction the weight is coming from. So that was my first grievance. Grievance number 2. What is the point of stepping back on each foot as you pull the weight up? Oh, there is no point. I don't understand what that's doing. I think that's just another attempt at a Beachbody super trainer. I'm assuming Jericho Matthews, because again, this is Fire and Flow. Just adding random movements to exercises to make people feel like they're doing more than they really are. If the goal is to do a row, then the stepping back like that is just distracting, in my opinion anyway. So when I did the Fire and Flow sample workout, I don't remember doing this, so I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to look like. So I only have like this person doing it. This is all I have to go off of for how it's supposed to look. So based on all this, I think this particular exercise is stupid. I'm not sure what beautiful Miss Matthews was thinking there, but here is a less stupid way to do this. Hello again. So what you see me doing now is basically the same thing that we just saw. It is the same thing that we just saw. I'm doing a piston row, not a pistol row. I don't know why I kept saying pistol. That's so weird. So as you can see, I am bent over with my chest facing the floor. So that way when I pull the weight up, I'm actually using my back. And I'm also not wasting time and adding unnecessary elements to this by stepping backwards with every row. I'm focused on the row. Okay, so this next one is super weird. Ironically, it's also from Fire and Flow. It was not my intent to make so many of these workouts come from Fire and Flow. I apologize for that. This is pumpkin cold foam. So good. So for anyone who's not aware, the Fire and Flow Beachbody program actually has two components to it. The Fire portion, led by Jericho Matthews, is more intense. There's more using weights and it's higher impact. And the Flow portion of the program is led by Elise Joan. Flow involves like more stretching, there's slower movements, and she incorporates a lot of yoga, I think, and that's actually me speaking from my own experience. Again, I did try the Fire and Flow sample workout. My honest opinion on it is that I did like components of it. There are some things about it that I didn't like, but I actually felt like I got a decent workout. I'll link that video below if anyone's interested. But anyway, the reason I was pointing all that out is because I think this particular exercise that we're seeing is from the Flow portion. It just looks like that to me. I also noticed at the bottom she has Elise Joan, the super trainer Elise Joan tagged. So I'm making that assumption. Hey, one of the people she has tagged is a chick that blocked me. That's funny. So I know I say this all the time, but I really think that this one might be a mating ritual. I don't know what this is. I don't even feel like I can fairly critique it because I don't know what's going on. I'm sure it is tough, as in like challenging, but I don't really understand like what the point is exactly. I like that girl's rug. She also has some really nice built-ins behind her. Since we're in the process of buying a house, I feel like I appreciate that stuff a lot more. So person who sent me this, I am just as confused as you are. Just FYI, that one was pretty short, so I let it play through a couple times. So this one actually reminds me, also I don't know what program this is from. If anyone knows, chime off below, please. This one reminds me of like a reverse tabletop pose, like you might do in yoga, but they for some reason have added like this side reach thing, and then also she's not holding the tabletop. She's just like doing a nice little air thrust there. This is entirely subjective and very much up to the individual. I mean, because you can say that about any type of exercise, really. I personally don't love reverse tabletops. I have sensitive shoulders, and being in that position just bothers mine. I have actually done these before in yoga, but in yoga, again, we usually hold the position, and then again, that reach thing that she's doing, I don't know, that just seems really weird to me. It seems like an extra step. There's also the reverse tabletop, like with a reverse pike. I'll put a picture of what that looks like. She's not doing that either. This also reminds me, wow, this reminds me of a lot of things. This also reminds me of something I've actually done before in a fitness program. Once upon a time, Brianna bought a fitness influencer's booty building program. Her name is Brittany Perley, and I no longer follow her. She is a personal trainer. I mean, according to her Instagram, she's a personal trainer, and I have talked about Brittany Perley before. I used to actually recommend her content. If you go back far enough, like in my YouTube videos, I think I've probably mentioned her once or twice, and I may have like linked her before at the bottom, like as some of my favorite people to follow, which I need to start remembering to do that in these videos again. However, lately I've kind of seen her get under fire because she's been getting criticized by other fitness professionals because she has shared some weird, and I have even seen some people argue dangerous exercises. Anyway, Brittany is well known for her amazing peach. Her butt. She's got a great set of glutes on her, in my opinion anyway. Anyway, a long time ago, I bought one of her glute programs. One of the exercises was basically this. It was a reverse tabletop, like with a like a thrust, but you were supposed to balance a barbell across your hips, do a hip thrust with the barbell across your hips while being in this reverse tabletop position. If it sounds ridiculous, that might be because it is. Honestly, overall, I really did like the program. If you hear thumping, I don't know what that is. My husband's doing something. I already have said this before. We're getting ready to move, and movers are going to be here tomorrow to pick up all of our things, so I have no idea what he's doing. Anyway, honestly, overall, I liked the program, but some of the exercises were a little bit weird, and that was one of them. I always thought it was unnecessary, in my opinion. And now looking back on it, I feel like it was a just harder and honestly more dangerous version of just a hip thrust. Like, why wouldn't you just do a hip thrust? You know, that just makes more sense. Why do you need to do it from a tabletop position and balance a barbell on your hip? That's an accident waiting to happen. I actually still have the program, but I'm pretty sure I can't show you guys any photos. Because I'm pretty sure I signed a thing, like when I got it, after I paid for it, it's like, you can't share this with anybody. It's only your copy. Or else you'll be in violation of I don't know, something. And I imagine showing it in a YouTube video counts as showing it to other people. So that's why I do have the program still, but I'm not showing any screenshots because I'd rather not have any more pissed off social media people threaten to sue me, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to this thing. Yeah, it looks like a reverse tabletop thing because again, she's not doing a pike with it, but she's also not holding it either like you would in yoga. I don't know. I mean, if that's how it's supposed to be, then that's how it's supposed to be, I guess. I don't really like it. I think it's weird. If you're doing it this way, I don't understand the point of adding like that reverse stuff, the two thrusts, and then like that reach over. That just seems completely pointless to me. Oh no. I also feel like it adds more unnecessary risk too. That's just my opinion. I'm not doing a demo for this one. I just told you these hurt my shoulders. Pay attention. So instead, please count all of the photos that I have just showed as demonstrations for this. In conclusion, I did not intend for this episode to be so fire and flow heavy, but here we are. I honestly wish Beachbody would, just go back to just the more like basics, workouts that they had before they adopted the multi-level marketing business model and started making these super trainers just pump out program after program after program. You know what I'm saying? A girl can dream. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed today's episode of Personal Trainer Reacts to Beachbody Workouts. I have to go see what the hell my husband is banging on. I also have a million other things to do. I have another hour-long reaction video to film. As soon as I'm done with this one, I have to change. Then I have to complete a school assignment. Then I have to leave and go get something for my mommy. And yeah, at some point, I'm probably going to eat and shower too. If you made it to this point, thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of my face. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much again for watching. Queen Lemon is over and out. Bye. Ilfa? Ilfa, can you say goodnight? Can you say goodnight, baby?
You did.
Ilfa.
Hey, you did.
Ilfa. Can you say goodnight? You want to say goodnight?
You did.
You want to say goodnight? You want to say goodnight? Oh, there she goes. Do you want to say goodnight? Or do you want to keep having an attitude? Hey. Alpha. Good night, baby. What are you doing? You're doing it too.